Sitting on the park bench, eyeing little girls with bad intensity. Hey, Aquila, drying in the cold sun, watching as the pretty Peggy.
The DuckTales adventures continue as Scrooge McDuck cannot resist the urge to travel around the world and steal priceless artifacts. And he's still too ballsy and cheap to hire any help, so he just goes off and takes care of it himself. DuckTales 2 carries over all the basic elements of the original, much like any other Capcom series on Nintendo. The controls, graphics, sound, and gameplay are practically duplicated. You still have access to 5 levels of your choosing before you reach the finale. You'll still engage in boss battles and collect a treasure from each stage. The nephews still give out information, and once again you use your cane to stab the shit out of animals and various other hazards. But while it's very similar to DuckTales 1, there are some additions as well. Aside from just the pogo attack and the golf swing, Scrooge can now use his cane to drag heavy-duty blocks and pull miscellaneous triggers. You can use it to hang off of hooks and such, giving you a different means of travel. There's also the jumping mid-air cane golf swing attack that I didn't mention in the first game. You have to be standing against a wall, hold up and the direction of the wall, and then press A to jump and B to use the cane. Sounds kinda confusing, but it's really not that hard. Gyro will provide you with upgrades for your cane, allowing you to pull or blast through heavier objects. The controls are very much the same, but it seems like you get a little bit more hang time in your jumps than last time. You don't go up any higher, it just takes a little longer for you to come back down. Just like in the last game, you can select one of 3 difficulty settings, so you can adjust the game to fit your skill level. You'll once again have 2 different endings to the game, a normal ending and a good ending. Last time all you needed was 2 hidden treasures and $10 million. This time you need to collect 7 pieces of a treasure map to access a bonus underground level. Find the treasure there and you'll get the good ending, but finding the map pieces isn't easy. They're mostly hidden through secret passageways and illusion walls. There was some like this in the first game, but there are a lot more in this one. And sometimes they're a pain in the fucking ass to find. How the hell was I supposed to know to use the mid-air golf swing up here randomly? There are still 2 hidden treasures that provide you with money, but what's the point of money if you don't even need a specific amount for the good ending? Well, money is very useful because between levels you'll have access to the shop, where you can buy helpful items and power-ups. The cake is $150,000 and it will fill your life bar up all the way if you select it in the pause menu. The safe is $50,000 and it'll prevent you from losing the money you collected if you die. You see, this time around you'll lose any money you've collected in a given level if you die, but the safe will take care of that problem. The good Mojo doll is simply an extra life, but what's the fucking point in paying $800,000 for an extra life when the Continue Globe will basically give you the 3 extra lives after a game over? The special energy is $75,000 and adds an extra hit point to your life meter. You can buy a maximum of 2, which will add your total hit points to 5, and then you'll be able to buy a piece of the treasure map for a cool $1,000,000. You also start off with a piece of the treasure map, so that takes care of 2 of the 7 pieces. The other 5 are hidden in each of the 5 levels respectively. Launchpad returns to help you stash your cash by bringing you back to Duckburg by plane. At least this time he actually offers you a seat instead of having you hang for your life by the rope. One funny thing though is that just about everybody in this game calls you Uncle Scrooge. It makes sense for the children to call you that, but these guys, I don't know, it's a little creepy. It's especially strange with Launchpad. He had his own way of referring to Scrooge. He'd call him Mr. McD, which they had accurate in the first game, why not here? I guess the writers had a very broad scope of DuckTales knowledge. And what Capcom NES game would be complete without a good soundtrack? Well, it is a good soundtrack, yes, but in comparison to DuckTales 1, it slips quite a bit. Although credit is definitely due for making the songs fit with the levels really well. Speaking of levels, let's take a look at where you have to travel. Niagara Falls, the Bermuda Triangle, Egypt, the mythical lost continent of Mu, and Scotland. Now, this map is all fucked up. One thing, east and west are ass backwards, and secondly, why the hell is Scotland directly connected to Egypt? Another weird thing is that when you select a level, Launchpad gives a summary of the location's history, as well as the treasure you're after. I thought Launchpad was a bumbling dumbass. How the hell does he know all this shit? Oh well. You can select any of the 5 levels in any order, and unlike DuckTales 1, this time there's actually good reason to choose a specific path so you can get the enhancements of your cane. Go to Niagara first. Right off the bat, you can utilize the new hanging feature off this hook and swing this crate at the man-eating flower. When you get to where Huey is, go through this secret passage and use this crate as a boost to get to a second hidden area for an extra life. If you wipe out the crate to get the diamonds first, you won't be able to get back up, although you can always leave and come back and it regenerates. As soon as you get underground, drag this barrel over here to the left to get on this ledge. Use the mid-air cane attack to clear something or other out of your way to get to the treasure chest, which contains a piece of the treasure map. Hot shit. Only 4 more to go, even though at this stage of the game you won't have the one in the shop yet, but it's inevitable as long as you collect a decent amount of money. As soon as you grab the map piece, the earth starts shaking like crazy and you get caved in from a rather symmetrical chunk of rubble. Then Bubba comes by, taps it several times causing it to explode, and tells you something you already know. One of the boxes is a trap that can lock you up. Thanks, asshole. That's like when you bump your head and some smartass says, "Oh, watch your head." Webby will then inform you of Gyro getting caught in a landslide. Wonder why he's even here. He's an inventor, not an explorer. So there's a raft waiting for you. Knock it into the water and use a golf swing to propel it across. Then simply duck under the ceiling and make your way to Gyro. What he was doing in this little nook is beyond me, but he'll give you an iron adapter for your cane which you can use to pogo through shit that you normally can't. Right here, drag this barrel out of your way and use the rock on the left to knock the treasure chest down. Now this part can be a pain in the ass because you've got these logs rolling down the waterfall and these pink albatross assholes will fly overhead and make it hard to get to the other side. Don't try to land on them because it'll never work. What you gotta do is let him pass under you and make a quick pogo jump as soon as he's out of your way. Before you take the raft across, use these hooks to get up top and get to the chest. Don't send this next raft across until you jump up here and grab the diamond. If you try to jump while it's in motion, you'll get caught and fall into the drink. So now your first boss is against this flamer. He'll either slide down towards you corner to corner or he'll swing in the shape of a curly W. Plus he'll throw balls of fire. It's possible to hit him when he's in the W attack, but he's traveling much faster and is all over the place, which makes it harder to connect. So I suggest just standing in the far corner and wait for him to do the slower descent. His fire bombs aren't really that hard to dodge, and he never throws them while moving from one end to the other. Once you take him out, you'll get the crystal flower. Next up is Bermuda, and this isn't going to be a tropical vacation in Bermuda. You're on an abandoned cargo ship in the Bermuda Triangle. This level has pirates and a kick-ass theme song. How could you go wrong? It starts out with the pointless scene where Louie complains about how the mast is too high to get to. Conveniently, lightning strikes it out of the way and you can pass. I think if lightning struck that close, I'd shit my pants, although Scrooge isn't even wearing any pants. Disney's fucking weird sometimes. Use your cane to operate the cannon, blowing the wall down, and then use it to pull this lever, dragging the treasure chest out from under the floor. Let this pirate chase after you, and when you get to the wall, use him as a boost to get to the other side where you can find some more cash behind the blockade. Then the same thing on the other side. Let him come after you so you can get to this one up. Oh boy, more rafting. When you get to the part where these albatrosses are dropping gold feces on you, just stand still. They'll always misfire and fall in front of you instead of on top. Especially while you're traveling on these hooks, you don't want to get hit or you'll fall into the water. When you get to this screen with the crab, walk through the wall where you'll find a diamond. Oh wait, there's another hidden passageway here. You knock out these... God damn, there's a lot of hidden walls here. This one leads to a piece of the treasure map. Later on, you'll find Gyro hanging out in another bizarre location. Carefully slide down from the rope and he'll give you the hammer adapter, which allows you to break stuff a golf swing normally can't. Then slip back out, careful not to bump your head. Right before the boss, jump attack these treasure chests to enter this little room. Use the lever to drag the chest to the left and use it as a boost to get to the one up. The boss is this pirate dude that doesn't do anything except jump and attach himself to the hooks lined up against the wall. All you have to do is wait for him to land back on the ground and attack him. Only thing that can really stop you is if you accidentally catch to the hooks and get in his way when he leaps. Other than that, he's cake. The island of Moo is next on the to-do list, mainly just so we can get to the third and final adapter. At the beginning, send this rock into the hanging treasure chest and climb up the vine where once again Gyro is trapped. Now how the hell did he get up here? Did he climb over the treasure chest or was it installed right after he climbed up? Either way, he'll give you the power adapter which lets you pull things you normally can't. Go back and pull these red iron block things out of the way and blast your way down. Use this purple mermaid duck as a boost to get up here for some extra money. Over here, Louis reads an inscription on the floor about sinking stones to get to the city to appear or some shit. Just remember the pattern of the red and green blocks underneath.